So I'm going to do a little different type of video today. I've been doing these videos for a while now on YouTube, and I thought I should probably introduce myself and let you guys get to know me a little bit and kind of understand how this business came to be. So, by the way, I'm wearing non-shop clothes today. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I did not dress up for this video. I just did not want to wear shop clothes to the doctor. So anyway, I spent a career in a number of different things. I spent 10 years in the military, about 15 years in technology, and I finished up in sports media with primarily focused on wrestling, which was childhood passion of mine and still something I follow pretty closely. And not professional wrestling, but actual like Olympic and collegiate wrestling, the real and real good stuff. So I just respect those athletes and the what they put themselves through and the commitment and dedication it takes to be really world class like that. So anyway, 2 years ago I got out of all that. I decided to move back home and kind of be closer to family. And about 6 months in, my brother said, "Hey, why don't we build a wood shop together?" And he's a longtime woodworker, and this was his dream. And I thought, hey, that's an expensive thing. I don't really want to do that. But he wore me down, and we have a wood shop. So I decided with that, if I'm going to have a wood shop and have spent all that money, I've got to have some kind of business put together to where I can get some of that money back. So my thought was, I'm going to build like wooden board games that are really nice. And ultimately, I love playing chess. So I thought, okay, chessboards, chess pieces, but also some more simple stuff like solitaire. And I've got, a stack of solitaire boards like this here, and Mancala boards, and a whole bunch of others. And I built about 10 different models or so of various wooden board games and the chessboards and chess pieces and all that stuff. And I have all the plans and everything built in Fusion 360. And I started to work on the CNC and optimize my tool paths, getting things the way I wanted. And also learning how to finish them the way that I wanted, and testing out all the process and kind of getting ready to really go with products. Well, in that process of doing all that, I'm also trying to figure out what's the business going to be called. And in today, with all the everybody online in every way, with all the different social media platforms and the domain names taken and every other thing, it's almost impossible to find a name, at least for me, that I felt good about. I searched for everything, and somebody's got it on one of the platforms that I thought maybe I'd want to use. So I was having a real hard time with that. Well, my daughter, smart little kid, actually 20, in her early 20s now, and she suggested, "Hey, why don't you make it something with bulldogs?" Well, I've had a number of different bulldogs over the years, and I love them. Definitely a dog person. I started looking into bulldog related names, and ultimately nobody had Ugly Dog Woodshop on any platform anywhere. And so I went with that. That seemed okay. So I started working on a logo, and I got a bulldog image, and I kind of worked that around into the logo that you see right here behind me. And now people always think that's my latest bulldog, the puppy. Now about 2 years old, a Yuri. So I'll show you what he looks like, and you can kind of see he does kind of look like the logo, but totally coincidental. He's not the ugly dog, although I do sometimes call him Ugly Dog in a very loving way. Well, so in the process though of building all these games, now that I've got the name figured out, I'm still building the games, getting my process worked out. I'm working on the CNC and realizing, hey, there's things in the CNC, as much as I love the Onefinity CNC, there's things I want to make better. I want them to have a tool changer that speeds up and optimizes the process, so I don't have to be slave to the machine as I'm changing tools constantly. So I knew that was coming, and Pwn CNC was coming up with one, and I knew that was going to require larger drag chains. So I started building drag chain brackets and for myself, and installed them, and they worked great. I thought, you know what, maybe some other people would like these. So I listed those online and started to sell them. And one thing leads to another. Then I needed a dust boot that could clear the back of the drag chain because it's wider now back there. So I created the Big Suck. And then, then the next thing happens, and I have to create you know, once I get the ATC, now I've got the Sidekick dust boot, and then I need tool racks that help me maximize the Z clearance and travel so that I can use the rotary on the same table because I want to make those chess pieces. And you know, one thing leads to another, and I end up creating all these different CNC related accessories, and I start listing them online. And you know, people buy some of them, and that's great. You know, it's a small kind of side hustle thing, and it's still really a side hustle, but it had gotten to the point where it was pretty busy because I was very unorganized. So I had to take some time over the last month or so to get some process and things in place to where I can optimize the process and stop redoing simple things that I didn't need to redo, and just kind of accelerate the whole process of being able to get product out, which I really try hard, and I'm almost always successful in getting products out within 24 to 30 hours, depending on when the order is placed and when the drop off window is. And I live in a rural area where there isn't convenient UPS or FedEx pickups. None of that happens here. I have to pay for those, and I can take it to the post office though and do a post office drop off, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little trip for the day for Yuri to go into the post office. He loves to do that. So all that said, now I have the shop. Not really making games anymore. Haven't actually listed or sold a single one, but I do have a CNC accessory, primarily 3D printed designs of my own sort of business. And that's what Ugly Dog Woodshop is. And maybe that's not the best name anymore because that's not really what I'm not making wood products, but hey, I'm sticking with it. So I'd like to follow this video up a little bit with kind of a day in the life and let you see, hey, how do I organize this? What's the print farm look like? How do I transition from 3D printed parts to the parts that I ship to you guys? What's that look like? And maybe an overall shop tour so you can actually see the wood shop. It's not, I wouldn't say 100% finished, but it's 100% functional. And there's always probably going to be some things we need to do to finish it. And then, just kind of let you see what things look like behind the scenes. So anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.